Howdy do, everyone. We're reacting to Jeremy Hamblin content because why the fuck not? Take it away, Ham Planet.
What's going on, everyone? If you've been paying attention, YouTube has begun purging literally thousands and thousands and thousands of channels, and it started this.
Oh, it's YouTube purging, not just you. Are you sure about that? Because you've been striking everyone from Alyssa Clips to Luther Morgan to an entire fucking channel, Kino Casino Clips. You've been doing that yourself. So why do you have your panties in a twist over this shit when you're the one literally doing the same thing YouTube's doing? And he's gonna come on here and pretend like he cares about the small fry and small channel. It's like, these guys are your competition. Why should you give a fuck? Don't pretend to care, dude. Because in so facto, you're doing the exact same fucking thing, only it's worse because you're doing it for the sake of your hurt feelings. You're doing it for the sake of your own like thin skin, whereas like at least you can see from a megacorp's perspective that they got a platform and like a brand to protect. And I guess that's where these two are kind of really similar, both YouTube and Jeremy Hamblin. Because this guy has been playing it safe his entire career. You know, like we've said before, he would try and have a debate with Medicare, and he would have people, he himself would super chat like suggestive shit to get him banned on purpose. So this guy right here is the safest YouTuber. He's played by the rules of the community guidelines. And the only reason why he's had success is because he's been around forever and because he's made inroads over a long career. It's not because he does anything more special. The only difference is time, and he's just got lucky, really. And but hey, let's
week. On top of that, they have very clearly throttled entire spaces. This is evident when you look at the actual data.
And you haven't throttled entire spaces and channels, have you? Oh, no. It's YouTube doing it, not you. Is that what you're...
And you look at how long it's been going on, and there's actually a real reason for this. And I'm hoping, obviously, that both of these situations get resolved. But what YouTube is trying to do...
I don't fucking care. Because if you really cared about these small guys, he's going to mention some other channels in a minute. If you really cared, you'd offer like your channel up, right? You'd say, hey, come join my channel. But something tells me that he's never going to do it. This is all the substance, like acta non verba, but it's like verba non acta, reverse, where it's just words and not actions. It's easy to come out here and say, oh, he's planning on a fight for the small guy and not do a fucking thing about it. It's political speak.
Do right now is purge out any and all, or at least most of, the AI slop.
And the people who offended me and have share opinions I don't like. Even though I am a free speech advocate, but I will personally flag down people in small clipping channels that piss me off.
The problem is, all of these channels that don't have a face on camera, or channels that even maybe appear to use AI, maybe for their intros or their outros or something like that, it is purposely throttling them, demonetizing them, and in some cases, completely banning them.
Oh, shit.
If you've been on X at all this week...
If you've been on YouTube for the last 13 years, that's been the same case, dude. But then again, we're talking about a grifter. A guy who always needs crisis and drama. That's who we're working with here. And if you can keep replaying the same card over and over, right? Help, help, I'm under attack. Help, help, I'm under attack. And keep looping the same shit over and over.
You see that channel, That Umbrella Guy? This is a guy who doesn't put his face on camera.
Oh, heaven forbid he doesn't want his face out there because maybe he has a fucking job. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he wants to keep his YouTube separate from his real job because people like you, grifters, will threaten to dox and tear down lives, ban channels, and get people fired. Like what you've done with Kino Casino, right? Did you not try and contact Eddie to get them banned and fired from their streaming platform? That's probably why people don't show their face. It's probably why people want to disconnect from their shitty YouTube career and their real lives, because people like you are predatory assholes who will utilize that to strike back at people who hurt your feelings.
Which I totally understand why he does that. But
really? You understand?
YouTube had demonetized his channel for, quote, inauthentic content. This guy's live every single day, 2 to 4 hours, him speaking. This actually happened to, I had a podcast channel with Baron and Count Dankula, and we got demonetized for the same reason. Because our faces weren't on the screen, and YouTube said that it was like inauthentic content or unoriginal content or whatever the case was. And we were never able to get restored. After multiple appeals, we were never able to be restored.
Wait a minute. Are you ban-evading, Jeremy Hambley? Are you ban-evading? Because if that channel was terminated for inauthentic content, right? And that was your channel with Count Dankula and someone else. Uh-oh. So you're technically ban-evading the same shit you flagged down Andy Worski's channel for. Wow. Interesting. So you're using the same horseshit moral system. You're using that same excuse to continue having this channel up when you've been a part of channels that have been flagged in the past. That sounds like ban-evading to me by your own standard that you've used against others. But again, what are we talking about? We're talking about Hambley. We're talking about the quartering.
Now,
his hypocrisy knows no bounds.
In the case of Tug, or that umbrella guy, who's a very large YouTuber, he was able to get their attention, which again, this is not how tech support should work for creators that share 70 cents of every dollar or 30 cents of every dollar with YouTube.
Then find another platform like Kick where you get a bigger cut of the pie. There's Patreon. There's other ways. Stop whining about it, you bitch.
All they said is, we've replied via DM. And all they said was, you said to appeal. I did. You've got 40,000 plus here. Major creators and lots of folks telling you this is wrong. Please fix it. You said Nerdrotic getting there. Please fix this.
Oh, is that Nerdrotic, the guy whose channel's dead? You says is dead, right? Because you've like to stab everyone in the back. Is that same Nerdrotic you're going to bring up?
And a lot of other people saying, please fix this. Well, thankfully, in his particular case, YouTube did restore his channel.
Yeah, because he's got a bunch of people making noise about it, whereas smaller channels have fucking nobody. But you're here to be the big white savior, are you? The big white knight who's going to give all these disenfranchised people hope and help them out, are you? Are you going to use your point of contact there with YouTube to help out these small band channels? Yeah, doubt it.
But that's only because he raised a huge stink on X. What about smaller creators who can't grab the attention in the same way?
Yeah, that's what
well, there are thousands of them when you actually start digging around. This David Perez individual who does movie talk, he has 75,000 subscribers. It doesn't look like he's super duper active, but
this is why I thank God I have a job that I hate outside of YouTube, a shitty fucking job that I can't stand. But I put my monkey suit on and do my monkey work like everyone else, like normal people. And I don't have to contend with this shit. If my channel was nuked tomorrow, sure, would I be pissed off? Would I be mad? Would I be aggravated? Yeah, I probably would be. But then there's other platforms. There's other places I could go. And hell, if I wanted to, I could just find me another email, make another channel. Oh, but that's ban-evading, right? Isn't it? That's ban-evading.
Maybe he's making shorts. It's hard to tell when shorts come out, when they're not come out. But the same thing here. This individual creator, 3.3 years, 60 million views, not a single flag or infraction ever, yet my channel remains demonetized since April 10th. I'm not a faceless channel. I'm literally in my videos. I spent hours on my videos. The community.
And that's why you shouldn't trust a fucking megacorp like YouTube to be your sole income. If you are a YouTuber whose sole income is YouTube, you should probably fucking diversify your income. Stocks, Bitcoin, find other places to make money, invest in other places, maybe find a job. I know it sucks, having a job and having to put a monkey suit on to do monkey work. But yeah, you shouldn't really trust a channel or a platform rather, that is known for violating and changing the goalposts for the YouTube community guidelines every fucking year. It changes. These goalposts move this way and that every fucking new year. So that's why this old trope right here that cornering's going on. It's like this has been a thing since YouTube's inception, and the sooner you learn you can't trust it, and the sooner way you diversify your content outside of YouTube, yeah, you might not get enough money or more views on Rumble or BitChute or other places, but there's alternatives. It sucks, but you can't entirely trust YouTube. And if you're not a fucking Luddite or dumbass, most people understand this. But then again, we have to bellyache and piss and moan.
He's calling for a human review. The problem is there is no human review anymore. Not only are these channels being summarily banned by AI.
So there's no human review that allows it for people like you to flag others down, is it not?
The tech support, the people asking, the people you're asking to review the mistake that AI made, they're also AI.
Oh, no shit. Make a corporation that's testing in fucking robots instead of real people save money. Wow.
Like they're
Oh, soulless mega corporation.
they're also literally AI.
No shit.
If you see this, obviously, I think this part is kind of funny. It seems like a lot of Indian people are getting banned. I wonder why. Hey, can you see why we were demonetized? All you have to do is look at under Team YouTube. Here's Klawach stock market from whining about YouTube India getting banned. YouTube says this video is AI. It's not appropriate. All this stuff is going on. But here's the real reason. And Medium actually.
The same guy who's complaining about this is the same one that's played it safe with YouTube his entire fucking career. He's the guy who's played by the rules. And it's just funny watching him take this angle because he's the one that's utilized the same fucking system against everyone else who's there made a joke or criticized.
Covered this, so I want to give the writer a invariant, which is apparently I'm assuming a pseudonym. I'm assuming.
No shit, because who would be named invariant?
You might have already heard about the massive wave of demonetization sweeping across YouTube right now.
Oh, wow. A mega corporation is being greedy. What a shocker, huh? Deciding to keep the money for themselves. Wow. Whoa, say it ain't so.
If you have not, here's a short version. Thousands of creators are losing their ability to make money.
Yeah, so you probably get a job like normal fucking people. I know it sucks.
Overnight. The platform claims it's fighting back against low-quality AI content and automated spam to clean up the site. To justify this purge, they introduced a new policy penalizing what they call, quote, inauthentic content. I wouldn't say that's new. That's actually been around for a minute in my experience. But either way, it sounds like a noble effort to protect viewers. But if you look closely at the bigger picture, the official narrative is actually falling apart.
Well, you can, but
look, I talked about this. There's a lot of people who,
oh, this is absolutely painful.
Who, are upset at me online these days, and that's okay. They're allowed to do that, but they like to.
No, they're not allowed to do that because you flagged their shit down. And if you say you haven't, you've orchestrated your fan base to flag people down. Okay, so you can't exactly escape that by saying a lot of people are mad at me, and it's okay. No, it's not, because you yourself have personally went out of your way to have content flagged down.
To inauthentically claim that that it's their anger that has changed the viewership. It's actually not. It's something that is massively different for all channels. I mean, again, every time I do this, I'm not taking a shot at any creator, okay? Nobody's mad at Tim Pool right now, and he's getting, since about a month ago when they started this, probably the worst views he's seen in years.
Maybe because people are tired of fucking politics. You ever think about that? Maybe it's not YouTube. Maybe it's not the platform. It's views dropping off. It's because people don't fucking care about politics. They're moving on from politics because lo and behold, even Trump has betrayed butt-fucked his own supporters and called them low IQ and panicans. People are tired of seeing the same shit covering the same goddamn politics. pardon my French there on that one, but yeah, it's mostly because people kind of want to get away from that and they want to get to a happier and better things, maybe even laugh a little bit or be entertained in some other way other than, oh wow, can you believe this happened in the news? Can you believe that? Oh wow. Like this shit here in what I'm doing, right?
29K, 40K, 50.
Yeah, views are going to drop off, and it's not. It's anyone complaining about views dropping off. It's a cope. I've done it myself. You've seen me cope about how views I get in watch time, right? In real time, you've seen me get pretty depressed over metrics. And that's just me coping because technically, you know, regardless of the setup here and what I can do, I don't have that niche, and I don't have that talent, and I mainly just do this for fun. I have like one supporter on Patreon. Thank you. You know who you are, and of course these people out here. You see this ticker tape? These are people who just occasionally comment and bullshit with me on Discord. It's not even like and God bless everyone on this list, and even the one or few people I've had on Patreon to support this channel, you know, and that's really what it's about. Is technically just doing stuff, having fun with it. It's a hobby, and if you get lucky enough to turn it into a job, you're fortunate. And if not, you know, stop coping and do something different. Change your content, move forward. Or if not, you know, keep doing what you're doing, and you know, just deal with it.
DK, you know, he does get the occasional one that actually breaks through. 137K, but
and again, Tim Pool is a middle of the road libertarian, so he's kind of lukewarm on politics. He's been leftist on some things, he's been rightist on some things. He's very lukewarm, like you are, Hambly, where you're no longer saying you're MAGA or you never were MAGA, even though you made a book with Trump's face on it about MAGA cocktails. Right, and MAGA, Make America Great Again cooking recipes, but you're not MAGA. You're MAGA enough to make some fucking money off it, aren't you? Oh, of course. But you're not MAGA because now you kind of see another inroads to get into and reach another viewer market, right? And that's what grifters do, and you can't blame them because it's their job to be, you know, to change their underwear on everything from religion to politics. Even this guy, too, has, you know, done the, I'm baptized, I was saved, I'm a Christian. Hey, dude, right. Very devout with a bowl. And having swingers parties. Excuse me.
60K, you know, these are the good videos still do good, but every other video is tanking. Let's look at Benny Johnson, right?
Maybe it's the fucking topics. Like,
who's mad at him online, right? Again, no disrespect to Benny. Benny and I talked for over an hour last night on the phone about this. You see here, 100,000 views 16 hours ago. That's good. 33,000 views 18 hours ago. This guy has 6 million subs. You see here, good.
First off, I'm going to say this unpopular opinion, too, and I'll throw myself in with this. If you are concerned about metrics and views, about YouTube shit, and if you use metrics and views against other people and subscriber counts and numbers, it doesn't mean shit. It's arbitrary fucking number, and you're gay if you do that. Yeah, it indicates that you have talent enough to, you know, have people watch you and watch you at length for long times. That's very good. So in that length of, you know, measurement, sure, but at the end of the day, you're as a human, your worth as a human is a little bit more than some fucking imaginary numbers that's predicated by a mega corporation that fucking sucks ass. And if you care about that on this level, on this much, you need to take a break. You need to refine yourself. And even I've, you know, now that I think about it, and I've mentioned it earlier, yeah, like
222, 254, then boom, 41. You know, 49. 25,000.
Who the fuck cares?
There is definitely, here's 50,000 3 days ago, 13,000.
You're gonna jump it a little bit.
Really vague. YouTube has created a legal weapon. They can let harmless AI content slide, but the moment an independent AI filmmaker or animator gets too popular and starts taking market share away from established industry players, YouTube can simply hit
AI filmmaker, animator. Let's be honest. You can use it to enhance your artwork, right? If you need shading done or whatever. That's opinion for later. We'll shelve that one. But
Hit them with the inauthentic content hammer. What we are witnessing is not a crusade for content quality. It's corporate lobbying and market protectionism.
no shit, because it's their fucking platform and they have a right to defend it regardless. Again, we circle back to the beginning of this video where you yourself has been playing by the same rules since you've started grifting and being a turbo grifter on YouTube. You've been this middle of the road guy. You've been this safe for work, this safe opinions, like fence sitter that you are to keep your channel. You see, other people in the past have taken risk and gotten knocked out. And you know, God bless the ones we've lost along the way who've lost their channels and been utterly decimated because they had the balls to speak their conscience in their mind, unlike some people. I mean, they do, but in a way that's like effeminate. And anyways.
AI gives ordinary creators unprecedented power, and the traditional entertainment monopoly is fighting back to maintain control.
Which isn't exactly true. I've incorporated AI. You've seen some of these shitty thumbnails. You've seen some of the tags. It hasn't done me any zero help whatsoever. So that's not exactly true. I mean, maybe it works for some people, but for me, not so much.
YouTube is choosing to protect the old guard. Now, I think that there are multiple things at play here. There are multiple factors at play here in terms of the way they've changed the algorithm, the way that they have enforced moderation, the way that they have decided to, you know, summarily ban channels or cut off viewership to channels. I mean, again, I'm not ragging on Tim, but if you look at left-wing content creators,
God, here we go, huh?
how about Breaking Points, right? Breaking Points. Left-wing content creator, 2 million subs, so the same amount as me, right? Absolutely crushing it.
Maybe because there's more leftists than there are Republicans. You ever think of that? And maybe they've cornered the market within their communities that people support them. That there's something about the character or content creator that they like and support. And maybe even double watch videos. You ever think about that? Maybe somehow the left have something more of a support structure than the right. Whereas, you know, for example, on the right, if you dare criticize Trump, you're a panicking, you're a traitor, you're a soy-wristed bitch who never supported him, you're not MAGA, right? The left kind of is more tolerant with their broad base of wide-ranging opinions, whereas the Republicans, if you dare criticize Trump and you don't wash his balls and like polish his ass, you get bounced out, you get closed down. So that's where the left, and to counter Hambly's point here, they're actually supportive, whereas on the right, not so much. Let's be honest. And then you can call that bullshit, but we know that's true.
135K, 100K.
Yeah, and that's not YouTube trying to push left-wing specific politics. Now, in the past, and maybe that is happening, so what? It's your job to kind of, like, figure that out. Figure it out, dude.
500K, 300K, 300K, 250K, 400K. Like, for whatever reason, left-wing anti-establishment content is still allowed to flourish on YouTube.
Not that the fact it's flourishing, it's that they have a broader support structure and more supportive community. That's what it is. And let's be honest, the more boomers are on the right side of things, and they're less likely to follow people to Rumble, BitChute, or other platforms, or even support, really. No offense. But the left also has most of the youth, right? Because college kids and young adults who feel fucked up and pissed on the system. On the right, it is there to a little bit, but not to the extent where it's profitable. So I think Jeremy Hambly's opinion here is false. It's because there's quite a different dichotomy between the both parties, right and left, conservative, liberal, Republican, and that there's quite a differing age difference and other varying factors. I don't think it's that YouTube is specifically pushing out you know, one or the other. Maybe it is, and if so, again, we circle back to do you, like, I don't know, it sucks, but somehow do better or usurp the algorithm somehow.
They have changed a lot. I'm talking about two kind of major issues here.
This is all cope by Jeremy. Jeremy's trying to shoehorn his lack of production with content, views, and other things. He's trying to shoehorn it into this same shit we've all heard before. Oh, help! My channel's under attack, and my conservative opinion. And although that does happen, right? I'm not saying it doesn't, but he's trying to shoehorn this into his own lack of creativity and changing up of content into it's now the secretive cope that YouTube is specifically targeting, suppressing me, and shadow banning me. No, I used to think that myself, but then I discovered I suck at this. And if there's anyone still watching this, 25 minutes in, thank you. You are a legend. God bless you, by the way. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself like a fucking maniac. Let's continue.
It's this massive ban wave that is hitting content creators' channels who create authentic content, who haven't been banned before, who aren't, who don't have any strikes. And what's
I can't get over the fact that Hambly, the quartering's been a part of channels that have been banned before. And that's, ban evasion technically, Mr. Quartering, that you've struck down other channels for. I can't.
Crazy is, get a real human review isn't too much to ask. Everyone puts an effort into their content. It is too much to ask because at the scale in which they're erasing content creators and squashing everybody's feeds, I also believe contributing to this is YouTube wanting to be TikTok. If you go to YouTube, okay, if you look at your homepage, what do you see?
Let's skip it.
Maybe yours is more. I think there's something more sinister at play at YouTube right now, and it's only going to get worse through the summer.
And it's only going to get worse because people like you who also flag down other content creators and people for voicing opinions. You flag down content from clippers like Alyssa Clips, Kino Casino Clips, and Luther Morgan, and others. You've personally gone out of your way to flag down content, which makes you no different than YouTube, even though YouTube does in the guise of community guidelines and to protect a brand. But then again, to not sound like broken record, to kind of circle back and end this shitty video, you're just like YouTube, Hambly, and the fact that you're complaining and bitching about it while doing and committing the same heinous atrocities on social media and YouTube it's just rich to see. It's rich to see this guy continue and drone on about my freedom of speech is under attack, my channel's under attack, my politics is under attack, I'm being shadow banned, while he literally does the same things. So if you enjoyed this video, me rant and piss and moan about Jeremy Hambly, hopefully you found it interesting, entertaining some way. If not, there's comments down below, there's thumbs up, thumbs down, and of course, in closing, there should be some extra shit on the screen right now. Something above my head, there's some shit over here, and thanks for watching. Have a good one. God bless. Stay happy, stay healthy, and be thankful that your entire existence doesn't depend on a shitty fucking mega corporation that can nuke your shit at any time for any reason, and you can't get help for it, or shitty people like the Quartering who flags down people and destroys their livelihoods because his feelings were hurt and he was offended.